It's 3 a.m., you're on the side of the road, you're not sure what to do. Your tire's flat, you're just sitting there, helpless. My name is Owen Randall. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to change a flat tire. So, the first thing you need to do when changing a flat tire is figure out A, what tire is flat, and B, if that car is rear wheel drive or front wheel drive. If your car is rear wheel drive and your front tire pops, it's a super easy fix. So the first step you're going to do is locate what tire has been popped. After locating the tire, you're going to then locate where your spare tire is, your jack, and your wrench. After locating that, which is usually found in the trunk of the vehicle, you will then move on to finding where on the car the jack goes. Locating this can be found through using the car's manual or looking up a YouTube or Google search. After you've found where the jack goes, you will slide the jack under the car and make sure that it's secure in the spot that it goes. You will then grab your wrench and you will lift up the jack so the car's tire is off the ground. Then after that, you're going to grab your wrench and then start taking off all of the bolts. Once all of the bolts are removed, you will go ahead and pull the tire off from the car. Whenever putting the tire back onto the car, however, you have to go in a very certain pattern. So, most spare tires will have a yellow tag on it. The yellow tag should be facing out towards you whenever you are putting the tire back on. After you put the tire back on the correct way, the way you must fasten the bolts back on with the wrench is going to be in a star formation. So you will start with tightening the top middle wrench first, then you're going to go ahead and go down to the bottom left, middle right, middle left, bottom right. Now, the reason you do this instead of just going in a circle is so that the tire is put on with even pressure throughout the whole way. If you go in a circle, then the top might be a lot tighter than the bottom or the sides. This can cause the tire to be wobbly or have the axle be out of place, which could in turn cause the tire to fall off while you're driving, which is not what we want to happen. Now, the second scenario I'm going to go over is what happens if your car is a rear wheel drive and the rear tire pops. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and again locate that spare tire, the jack, and the wrench. You're going to find a spot on the car where the jack can go, and then you're going to go ahead and jack the car up, except this time making sure the front and rear tire are both off the ground on the side that the tire popped. Then you're going to go ahead and jack the car up and take off the front tire before you take off the rear tire. Once the front tire is off, you're going to go ahead and put the spare on the front even though the back tire is popped. Then with that good front tire, you're going to move that to the back and take off the back tire. Doing the same thing on the front and the back, taking off all of the bolts and then putting them all back on a star formation. The reason you want to put the good front tire on the rear instead of the spare if your car is rear wheel drive is because your car allows more power and torque coming from that rear wheel, which the spare tire won't be able to provide. So I hope you learned something today on how to change a tire. It's not as scary as it seems, and thank you for listening.